kutosha, hata ng'ambo ukaenda ukarudi. Msichana wa urembo kama wewe, uonyeshe mapenzi kwa vijana. Ukionyesha majivuno kwa vijana, utazeeka ukiwa nyumbani kwenu. Oh baby,
to the Divested Zealot Response channel, and this is your host, the Alpha Black Lion Roar. Go ahead, do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe button. Yes, today we have a very special presentation. Now, this story that you see in front of you, it actually went off of my radar. I don't know why I never heard of this story, but until recently. And it's about a white Zaddy who went to Kenya. He was a tourist by the name of Mike Oliver. And apparently he released several pictures that we showed at the beginning of this video. He leaked several pictures of Kenyan women who he was able to convince that he was a rich, nice Zaddy. And he ended up giving each one of them HIV. That's right. And only thing he had going for him was his skin color. That's right. Because when you listen to the divestors like Divested, Diarrhea, Zealot, she tells you that even a broke Brad is better than a high-level Tyrone. Yes, that is what the divestors say. So what they have done, they have let their shields down, and now every white man in the world knows that if he wants an easy screw, if he wants to get laid, if he wants to leave the gym, not even smell fresh, if he want to just, get a cheap date and still look uncouth and don't even have to worry about how he looks, the only thing he has to do is approach a black woman, because according to the divested community, white is high. According to the divested community, white is high level according to them. So these white men, they've been sitting back, they've been listening, and now you have some of them even referring to black men as dusties. You have one white man by the name of Cohen, and I plan to do a video on him, but he is even calling black men dusty because these divestors have given him the green light and the courage to attack black men, because he's a white man and he is sitting back and he's saying to himself, well, if black women will degrade their own men before the world, then apparently that gives me the right to do it, because if their community is that divided, then I may as well, shoot my shot at, the neo-racism and attack black men based upon what black females are saying. So that's what you have going on. And as you see, this man by the name of Mike Oliver, he is not even a good-looking man. I don't see how he could, well, then again, I do understand, because he's white. Now, to the white men, to the incels that's out there listening, if you want to get laid, if you want a cheap screw, if you want to get a blowjob in the front seat of your car in a grocery store parking lot, approach a black woman. And you see these black females on ghettogaggers.com. It is so easy for them to do anything for white men. You have hundreds of black women on ghettogaggers.com kneeling down, opening up their mouth and allowing white men to actually pee inside of their mouth. That's right. So it doesn't surprise me that this Mike Oliver, white Zaddy, who the divestors worship, it doesn't surprise me that he was able to go to Kenya and infect all of these women with HIV. It doesn't shock Alpha Black Lion not one bit, because this is what they preach to black women. When you go to panels like Diarrhea Zealot, she will never show this type of incident. But, you know, they'll show one bad incident of a black man and they'll talk about it for 2 hours because you don't got anything else to talk about. But that's a whole nother story. But as you see, this incident reminds me of the DJ Kid Pope, who also was able to infect hundreds of black females with HIV. But as you see, the divested community is quiet about this incident with Mike Oliver, just like they were quiet about the DJ Kid incident. So as you see, this is a form of biological warfare against black people by the white man, and he is using the black female to be the chemical delivery of his poison agent. Because these same women, some of them had boyfriends, some of them were married, and they went back to their boyfriends, to their husbands, and most likely infected them, and they went around and infected other black people. And this just shows you that Zaddy is a very dangerous, shows you that the white man is a very dangerous weapon, because he is like a snake, the same way they gave smallpox to the North American Indians. They brought venereal diseases over here to North America, things like syphilis, gonorrhea, which wasn't even, you know, in North America, and there was no immune system built up against it, and it wiped out millions of Indians. So now, as you see, the white man is weaponizing his skin, and the divestors are the agents that he is using to lullaby black females asleep, so they won't, you know, think twice about sleeping with a white man, because according to them, Zaddy is Mr. Clean. And you know what? I hope he infects Diarrhea Zealot with HIV. That's right. And I hope he infects all of them women that's on his panel with HIV, and all of them can, you know, croak over and die, because since they love Zaddy so much, then you know what? They need to get with Mike Oliver as well, because they will never bring this up on their panel. That's right. But that's okay. That's why the Divested Zealot Response channel exists, because we are going to keep our necks on these divestors. Tell me what y'all think about this video in the comment section below. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And this is the Alpha Black Lion Roar signing out. For Black Lion signing in once again. Before I leave, I want to show you this video, so excuse me. So we got one more clip to show you. This is Mike Oliver. He leaked a video of himself partying with Kenyan girls, and whoever uploaded this video, they put in a title, "Our Kenyan Girls." But let me tell you something to the man who uploaded this video. As it presently stands, your black woman belongs to the white man. That's exactly what it is. And don't feel any kind of way about it, because any black woman who would sleep with a white man, you did not lose a soldier. If anything, she just showed herself, and those type of women, you never take them back, because as you see, they come back with the diseases of the white man that will spread throughout your community. So these divestors are physically killing other black women who may not even be down with what they are doing, but by default, because they are out sleeping with infected white men and bringing them diseases over back to the black community. Now, let me tell you something else. Every sexually transmitted disease came from the white man, including AIDS, HIV. Every STD originated with the white man, because he was up in the hills of the Caucasus Mountains, sleeping with sheep, sleeping with his cattle, sleeping with dogs. And then he came around the indigenous black people, the indigenous brown Native American people, and spread his filth and his disease and pestilence all over the world. But Divested Diarrhea Zealot, she will never tell you this, because she will sweep an incident like this under the rug. But if this was a black man, they would be talking about it 24/7. And all of you dusty, divestors, you know that this is true what I'm saying. Had this been a black man, they would be talking about it from sunup to sundown. But because it's a zaddy, they are hushed, and you can hear a rat piss on cotton. So now let me play the video. Notice he even has on a dashiki. But the divestors, they will say that that divestment mean that you are leaving the black culture. But as you see, this Mike Oliver, he actually put on a dashiki to make himself seem that much more trustworthy, to make it seem like that he was embracing the Kenyan culture. And that's probably another reason why they let their guard down. On top of that, he's white. And because he's white, they're going to give him the green light. And according to Diarrhea Zealot, this is leveling up. Getting with a broke looking man. He probably had about $500 US. You know that the American dollars, it goes over 10 to 20 times more than the Kenyan currency. So he probably brought 3 bottles of champagne, told them that he was a big time businessman. And in their mind, they were really high balling. In their mind, they were saying to themselves, we got a high roller, because that white skin will make black women just lose their mind. Because let me tell you, man, a white man can go out here and sleep with 100 black women in one night in gym shorts and ankle socks and a t-shirt with holes in it. Because when it comes to white men, black females are totally submissive, because it's a whole nother story and a reason why. But because of, the self-hatred and the wanting to be accepted into this white society, and, wanting money and thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, like these divestors will have you believe. But little do they know that the white man will never see a black woman as anything other than a cheap sexual thrill like Mike Oliver. And trust and believe, He had his way with all of them in a bedroom, and I can guarantee you he was a subscriber to ghettogaggers.com. He was able to fulfill all of his ghetto gagger fantasies out upon these black Kenyan women that you see. And you know, this is not just something limited to Kenya. This goes on in America. Only thing you gotta do is log on to ghettogaggers.com. And then you know what's funny to me? When you see these black women on these panels, they be so sassy. They got so much mouth. But then when you go to Ghetto Gaggers, you be wondering, where did all that sass go? Where did all that loud mouth go? They sell their souls for $500. A white man can actually spit in their face, tell them to open their mouth. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see Diarrhea Zealot, though, on Ghetto Gaggers, getting, spit upon, getting pissed on, eating out of that dog bowl. Man, that would just make my day to see Diarrhea Zealot on ghettogaggers.com. Eventually, I guarantee you, like we promised you, that her pic would surface as it did. Watch what I tell you. We're going to see Diarrhea Zealot on ghettogaggers.com. That's going to be a lovely day. And with that, this is the Alpha Black Lion signing out.